Two notes on a bugle is all it takes. The bravery, sacrifice and honour we remember on Anzac Day could be summed up with the last post. But the lone bugle call is only one part of a much bigger picture. Anzac Day services are growing in popularity and Waikaia is no exception. But it was more than a cultural shift that drew more than 200 to Sunday's service. This was the year two communities, Waikaia and Wendonside, remembered all their military service men and women with a special plaque unveiled after the service. World War II veteran Peter Asen was on the committee that collated the names of those who'd served.
It'll help people remember that these people paid the supreme sacrifice, and it also honours those that served in all wars.
All up, 251 names appear on the board, 47 of whom didn't return. The list starts in 1838 with the first Afghan war and goes right up to the present-day conflict in Afghanistan. It's not a complete record. The toughest job the committee had was deciding who to include and who to leave out. That gave rise to plenty of grey areas. The district's halcyon days as a gold town are long behind it, and prospectors weren't in the habit of leaving behind any nuggets or fording addresses.
You've got to remember too that in 1915 it was really the end of the dredging era, and a lot of these people didn't come back.
Fortunately, Peter Asen did. He remembers many of those he enlisted alongside in the Second World War, as well as a number who returned from the First.
Many of them, it hasn't been mentioned today, were very badly wounded, and yet they were a great bunch of chaps. They didn't moan or carry on, and I really got to know them really well. In fact, two were gassed, and as a child I saw that these men really didn't work again, and a lot of the other ones were supported by the families that were badly injured.
Those servicemen who were killed or have since died never knew the reverence they and their comrades are now remembered with. Gorman John Bannerman's father and both grandfathers served in the two world wars, but he remembers a time when neither he nor his baby boomer contemporaries gave a thought to their forebears' sacrifice.
Anzac Day was used as a day for protesting, and of course it created a bit of a generation gap between us and our parents. They thought we were being disrespectful, and we thought Anzac Day was all about ceremonies to glorify war, and yeah, I think we've all moved on from that now.
And with that renewed recognition come thoughts about what might have been.
When I was working on these lists, I thought, well, here I've had my life, but these fellows, they didn't even get a chance. And I couldn't help wondering, I wonder what they would have done with their lives.
For Waikaia and Wendonside, 47 questions that will never be answered. Michael Wright, Country 99 TV News.